Hey everybody, it's TT here for Energywork for Immunity, day number 14. So we're closing into the end of these practices that I'm giving everybody for the month. This penultimate sort of practice for the month I'm going to do is a variation of a Qigong movement called crane. And this particular flow is the crane flow for the lungs. So really a movement about cleansing qi for the lungs, cleansing your lung energy, and bringing some space to the breath. So we're going to be working with both the energy around the meridians for the lungs and through the movement and the alternating kind of feeling through the chest, the belly, the pelvis. We're going to be making space for the breath in different ways. And you might feel that as we're practicing, like, where is my breath going? As I move in one direction, the breath might expand somewhere else, contract somewhere else, and so on. We're typically used to, when we're breathing, depending on your experience with breath work, that is, to breathing in and feeling like a lifting and expanding in the front of the body, whether that's the chest, ribs, or belly. Just this kind of general area, we breathe in, an expansion and lift, we breathe out, a sinking and compression. It may be more kind of exaggerated, accentuated, or more subtle, depending on your body, your practice, what you feel. In this movement, you're going to feel kind of different positions maybe for these cycles of breath. And I just encourage you to try to find the space for the breath. Let your breath flow naturally. Try not to hold or restrict your breath. One of the most important things in all of these practices is to not hold or restrict your breath unless we're practicing particular breath work around breath constriction, which I didn't do for this month of immunity work, though I do it in my breath work class every once in a while. But really focused especially on a lung flow, like this movement is for the lungs in particular. We want to really make sure that we're not straining or constricting the breath at all. So move in a way that lets the breath flow wherever in the body there is space for it at that particular moment. And this movement, like I said, because it's for the lungs, really great for immune support because we're bringing more refreshing oxygen into our body. And the more that's in our bloodstream, the more body can use that to build what we need to support ourselves. So we'll move into the practice in just a moment. So crane flow for the lungs. Really nice movement we're going to do. Just going to introduce it kind of part by part to begin with. We'll break it down, slow it down, and then we're going to get into a really nice flow with it, because one of the most important things is to get to a rhythm of it and to really build that rhythm over a few minutes so we can feel and be aware of the energy that's moving. So again, starting with this, the first part of the movement, you can have your feet about shoulder width or a little bit wider. I like to be a little wider just because I like a wide base, because we're going to be tilting through our pelvis quite a lot in this movement. So you want to make sure you're in a position where whatever the width of your feet is one that supports you in balancing along that axis. To begin with, our hands extend in front of us. Now, our thumbs become important in this movement because the thumbs are kind of the tip of your lung meridian in one end. So as we're doing this movement, keep in mind to be kind of gently extending through your thumbs, kind of pressing out from your thumbs. Right? So the thumbs aren't totally limp and relaxed. They're not closed in. Your hands are open and wide and expansive, and the thumbs are pressing out. So again, we start in front of our bodies, palms touching each other, thumbs pointing down with that nice little extension through the thumb. We breathe in and we're going to rock the hips forward and kind of make this wing motion, like we're clearing our wings back. So that's the first movement, breathing in, rocking the hips forward, and pushing the wings back. Then we turn, the thumbs come up, we breathe out, and we're bringing the pinkies towards each other as we sink our hips back. So we get to about this position where the pinkies might go to touch. Before they go to touch, the next part of the movement, we breathe in again, and keeping the hips sinking back, we're going to spiral our pinkies past our hips, back out, leading with the pinkies. Bring the palms to the heart center, straighten up, Breathe out and sink again. And then we bring our palms back together for beginning of the movement. Breathing in. Again, rocking the hips forward, pressing back through the thumbs, opening the chest. Breathing out, thumbs come up, pinkies towards each other, sink the hips back. Breathing in, spiraling from the pinkies past the hips, back out, straightening up. Breathing out, sinking again and projecting the palms forward. Again, pressing through the thumbs. Breathing in, thumbs down, rocking the hips forward, spreading your wings wide. Breathing out, sinking the hips back, pinkies moving towards each other. Breathing in, spiral the pinkies past the hips and out, straightening up. And breathing out, projecting forward and sinking the hips back again. Good. Breathing in, thumbs down, rocking hips forward, opening the chest. Thumbs pointing up, breathing out, sinking the hips back. Breathing in, spiraling, straightening up. And breathing out, sinking and projecting forward. Good. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, spiraling and out. We'll start to get into a nice slow rhythm of this flow. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. So ideally, breathing in and out. We want it to be really continuous. Breathing in and out. We're not pausing at each kind of point. So this is a really full body movement you'll feel. Where we're bringing lots of cleansing energy through our lung meridians back into the lungs. And again, finding different space for breath, both on the inhale and the exhale. Different spaces are opening and compressing. And in terms of this kind of sinking and tilting of the pelvis, you do it to the degree that feels right for you. Rocking forward, you can really open, tilt way forward, and lean way back. Here you can sink a lot, or it can be more subtle like this. So you don't have to go deep. Just access each part of the movement using your whole body, even if it's more subtle versus more accentuated. Access it with your whole body. Feel that sinking in the knees, rocking forward, rocking back, straightening, sinking. And this movement is a really nice, hopefully gentle, but still very present workout for your shoulders. If you have shoulder tension or pain, just go in a way that's gentle for you. But this really works through the rotation of elbows, shoulders, wrists, just all along that lung meridian line. Just feel your own rhythm. Be in tune with your own body here. We'll do this 3 more times. Once. Twice. 3 times. And just let your hands fall. Relax. Notice what you feel. You might feel a little sore in your shoulders. That soreness is hopefully going to be a good soreness. It's working your muscles in that spiraling flow. So when we're spiraling, we're opening up the meridians in a really good way. Spiral energy, spiraling the tissues, works out a lot of stuff. Other thing spiraling is doing is often it's a particular way of moving with our muscles. It's not everyday habit for most people. We often move, we often see our body very mechanically, so we move very mechanically. We do up and down, left and right, push, pull. And you'll notice probably that the times you pull muscles or strain muscles are when you're doing something that isn't linear. When you're turning and pushing at the same time, when you jerk part of your body to one side, when you're spiraling, when you're trying to get up or get down, things that involve lots of different, more complicated mechanics than just up, down, left, right, flex, release, things like that. So movements that work with spirals are going to be really beneficial for us in terms of the longevity of our bodies. And of course, supporting the immune system in particular, because we're opening up really effectively those energy channels.